My son is marrying a girl who adds no value to his life, and I do not support this wedding, so I demanded that he doesn't marry her or I will not attend his wedding. My 50s female son, 26 male, is getting married to his fiancée about 7 months from now, and they recently finalized the date and venue. About the situation, there are a few different factors, so I'll list them out. First, my son started dating his fiancée almost 2 years ago. My husband and I live in Ontario, Canada, while my son moved to California for work after graduating, so we would only meet when either my husband and I would fly to him or he would fly back, and this was usually every few months. He introduced us to her when I think around 4 to 5 months into their relationship. I do not support my son being in a relationship with her. She's just not someone who comes across as successful or ambitious about her career, and honestly, I never understood how she added value to my son's life. She's the same ethnicity and all that, so my son thought that my husband and I would be supportive, but we made our stance clear to him and repeated it several more times. He didn't heed our advice and continued with her and moved her into his place around the 1-year mark of their relationship and proposed 2 months ago. I was angry that he moved her in without even letting us know. We met her parents a little while after he proposed to her, and while they all seem like good people, and if I be honest, they treat my son like their own, neither my husband nor I really supported the relationship, but we confirmed the engagement anyway. Second, the plans for the wedding. My husband and I were both brought up following 2 religions. They're similar in some ways but still different overall, and we did the same with our son. My son's fiancée follows one of these religions, and they're planning on marrying through that religion's marriage rites. I believe my son is ignoring half of his religious identity, and they should be doing wedding ceremonies through both religious rites. When I brought this up to my son, he said that he and his fiancée are both fine with doing just one religious ceremony, and there's nothing more to it. Third, the timing of the wedding is poorly chosen. They're getting married when my son will still have 1 year left of his master's program. He and his fiancée are both working full-time, and it just makes more sense to get married a year later. My son said that there's no point in delaying the wedding for a whole year for something that's not an emergency and something he's already had for the past year. My son just doesn't listen at any stage. All of his cousins are married to spouses with esteemed and successful careers, and he's marrying someone who's not that. I'm sure she's a good person, but she's the opposite of who he should be with, and I do not support him marrying her at the core of it. On top of that, the wedding plans and timing are against any thoughts from my husband and me. Would I be the butthole if I don't go to the wedding unless they make some changes to the wedding plans? My husband is on board with this. Our extended family, especially those same cousins of his, are super excited for the wedding and can't wait to fly out to attend the ceremony, and some of our family members who have met my son's fiancée complimented her for being a really sweet and loving person.